Good evening, teachers. I hope you all are fine, good, healthy. I hope I'm audible. You can just give me a message in the chat. I hope yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much, Shweta, ma'am. Yes. So, hope everyone is fine. Can you all, for a second at least, switch on the videos so that I can see your happy faces? Yeah. Thank you, Sonamji. Thank you. Just to see if all of you are happy, good, or all tired. Only one ma'am was ready to show me the video. I hope all of you are fine. Yes. Fine. So let's start today's webinar. Hope the screen is clear. Yes. So good evening once again to everyone. Let me introduce myself. I'm Lakshmi Rajan, and today's topic is mainly about developing speaking skills. Why is it important to develop speaking skills? It's not only what you say, it's also how you say it. So this is the main catch for the evening, and it's not only what it's easy to say whatever you want to say, but the way you say it is very important. And that is why I have chosen this topic, encouraging speaking skills through regular practices. So we have to develop speaking skills in our students right from the foundational years, maybe from grade 1 to, they have to have the ability to speak well in front of audience. So let's see what all unfolds today for the webinar. Speaking skills are crucial for effective communication. How many of you agree with the sentence? For communication to be effective, do you really need a good speaking skill, or just rather speaking would be enough? Yes, you need it. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Systematic practices can enhance speaking abilities significantly. Consistent training and approaches are key to developing speaking skills. Now, systematic practices. Now, we are not developing in a child speaking skills just for the competition purpose or just for the time being. That is why where we lag, why do our children don't speak properly or don't speak effectively in front of audience? It is not because they do not know the language. It is not nothing to do with their speaking skills. They do not have the confidence of just going in front of 10 or 15 or maybe 50 students, and they cannot have that confidence while speaking. It's just because they do not have a regular practice. We are doing it just for the maybe competition purpose, or maybe for a recap of academic content. It's just for time being what we are doing. So today I'm going to cover what all systematic practices can enhance the speaking skill of a child. Sarika ma'am says yes, speaking skills, good speaking skills are required. Yes, ma'am. So some of the things today, what I'm going to cover under this topic are like it's shown on the screen. To ensure regular speaking practices are done, these are the topics. These are the learning outcomes that we are going to have at the end of the webinar. These are the topics I'm going to cover: importance of speaking, setting speaking goals, practice sessions, vocabulary and language development, feedback and reflection, listening and mimicking, public speaking opportunities. So these are the things that I'm going to cover today. Let's move on with the first one. Goal setting. How many of you think goal setting is very important? For everything, if you have to achieve something, goals have to be set. It can be, if you want good marks, goal has to be set. If you want to achieve something, goal has to be set. Why not for speaking skills? So let's set speaking goals for our students. So we're focusing on students. So let's make some goals for them. I have often come across teachers like for developing speaking skill, the first thing they run is give them a topic and ask them to prepare 2 or 3 sentences and speak. It's the biggest mistake what we are doing actually. Before even stepping into the ability for them to speak, few things have to be told them. Even the smallest thing about speaking skill has to be taught from our side first. First is use clear voice. Develop in the students the ability to speak clearly. That is very important. You can set examples. You can give examples of your own as teachers. Tell them how clarity is very important. Just don't give them topics and ask them to prepare and come and stand in front of the class and speak. No. That is where we lag. We do not get confident speakers. So use clear voice, first goal setting. Look at the audience, or rather eye contact. Very, very important. Why? Because I can see students who can speak very well, but they do not have the eye contact. They're not confident. Why is the eye contact lagging? Because they do not have the confidence. Importance of pausing. You can include this as a regular period every day or maybe thrice a week. Reading. Reading is very important. If they get that reading style properly, the speaking ability automatically improves. Speak in complete sentence. This is actually, speak in complete sentence is actually for primary students. They always have a break in sentence. That's because they do not know how to connect words. Not for the higher classes. Higher classes, yes, they know how to complete a sentence. So before even stepping into by giving them a topic, these all are very important. Speak in complete sentence. Stay firm on the topic. This can be given to higher classes because they always, when you give a topic, they start with a speaking skill, but the topic will be only for 3 or 4 sentences, and then they go on with some other topic. So always tell them to be firm on the topic. Use hand gestures. Just going and standing in front of the students or front of the, like maybe on the stage, and you just bluntly standing without even no hand gestures, it doesn't look good because public speaking demands all these things. Be expressive. Yes, very important. Very, like, how can you be expressive? It is regular reading practice. When you give them a regular reading practice, that expression too also will develop in them. So this is the first thing I would suggest teachers, even before giving them any topic to read or any topic to maybe prepare and come, please tell them these are, when we judge you for your speaking skills, we are looking at all these things. This can be started from right from grade 1 till your grade 12. So the child is perfect as a public speaker. How many of you think goal setting as of now is very important, or without goal setting also we can go forward? Just want to know your views. Is goal setting really important? Do we really need goal setting? And whatever I have told you, like even the minutest thing, is that really needed for us to tell the students? Sharon ma'am says yes. Okay. I want responses. Yeah. Goal setting is important, ma'am. Yes. Vimal sir says yes. So do you think, rather than giving them a topic and asking them to learn and come, which is very easy because these days students can speak English, but we are not concentrating on the other part of speaking skills. So do you think even the voice, the clarity, the eye contact, is it really important? Or can we just get away from that and then just give them topic and ask them to speak? Yes, it's very important. Yes. So this is the first thing I really wanted to share is let us all set a goal. Aarti ma'am says, yes, it is the foundation for speaking. Yes, all it enhances confidence. Yes, Sharon ma'am. So this is what the first thing I would like if you are into teaching public speaking or speaking skills, or normally even teachers today can have an activity period where speaking skills are concentrated, please use or please start using your own goal setting. I have just given my view. You can use your own goal settings. Next one, the next topic which I'm going to cover is regular practice session. As I've already told during my introduction, practice can be done anytime. It is for purpose we do it. Like I told you, for competition, or maybe for seminars, for maybe competition debates. So for all these things, we give practice for children, but we do not give regular practice sessions. It is when we give regular practice sessions, we get good speakers, we get confident speakers. And in this era, I think speaking skills it's very important. It's just part of our life. Start with reading books again. Why I'm telling this is, if they can develop a reading style, they will automatically develop their speaking skills. So while reading, very important, while reading, they have to concentrate on key skills. What are the key skills? While reading, focus on key skills like pronunciation, intonation, and clarity. That is where we have already set goals for all these things. So rather than giving them a topic and asking them to write and just tell it, first step for a student to become a good speaker is their reading skill ability. Very important, because that is where we can help them how it should be pronounced or how the intonation should go and the clarity. Now, on the screen, I have a small paragraph. We can get good vocabularies. Okay, I'm going to read this paragraph in two different styles. And I want the teachers to give me a feedback of what it is and why I'm telling reading is important. The stew had a strong spicy scent and it was hot on her tongue. And even the small amount she had taken was enough to warm her throat as it slid down. The stew had a strong spicy scent and it was hot on her tongue. And even the small amount she had taken was enough to warm her throat as it slid down. Now, this is why I tell reading is very important. Now, in both the cases, they know how to pronounce. They know how to read. But does it make any difference the first way and the second way? Teachers, I want your view. Do you think if you ask the child to read with second time reading was effective? Yes. So when that is why reading sessions are very important. That is where expressions come, your tone, we can practice on their tones and how. If they see a comma, they have to stop. They see a full stop, they have to stop. If they see a question mark, they have to ask question rather than just read it as a sentence. So this is what I keep on telling, reading is very, very important. Because if he can read, or he or she, the student, can read properly with correct intonation, it is sure that they will be a good speaker for sure. Yes, second one was paused well, but in both the cases, the student knows how to pronounce word. He can read properly, but correct intonation was not there. So certain activities that I have included is news presentation, debates, academic topic presentation, everything. So these are the few activities. I know most of the schools are doing it, but regularly it is not done. It is done just for the purpose. It is done for maybe a extracurricular activity. No, we cannot make good speakers out of that. Yes, Shweta ma'am's way of reading was different. Yes. So activities, give a news presentation that maybe the 10th time the child will know how to present the news or how to perform in a debate. How even your recaps for academic sessions can be incorporated, can go hand in hand with speaking skills. So all these things are very important, that it is not just practice, it is regular practice. Let's move on to the next topic, vocabulary. I'm just quoting a small example, a very small example. One of my student, he's in grade 2. So I was teaching him a lesson and there were a lot of new words popping in that. So there was a word, he like misspelled it actually, or mispronounced it. It was Fury. He said furry. I said, it's not furry, it is fury. So he was looking at me and I said, it is fury, which means anger. Oh, okay. So he read I never knew that he would keep that in his mind. After a week, I was teaching them adjectives and I was just asking them to write something about their parents using adjectives, if at all they know. As the first sentence he wrote was, my mother is good but fury. He didn't know how to use fury there, but he did it because he just read that word, that simple word which he didn't know at first, but now he knows what it is. So I said, why fury you have written? No, at times she's furious. So I said, it is not fury, it is furious. Say it as a fury. When you put it in a sentence, it is furious. He learned that. It just came in his mind. That is why vocabulary development is very important. Vocabulary and language development. Regular reading, again, where you can find different kinds of words and languages used. Encourage the use of dictionary. It's very easy when you don't know a word. One help today all the students go through is Google. Encourage them to use dictionary. Ask them to bring dictionary, pocket dictionaries, keep it in the class. Ask them, give them or tell them, train them how to use dictionary, how to find words from dictionary, and what is the meaning of the word. Yes, dictionary are the best, but today's students do not know how to use it, how to find a word from that. So they do not know how to even learn new words from that. So it's very important. You teachers can encourage them to bring it. Use activities to encourage use of idioms. Presentation looks great. This is for little higher classes, but we do not want to make our children sound very stylish, but still when they present, they have to have that in them. So use of idioms, use of new words is very important. Can anyone give me one or two idioms that can be like we can teach our students, student idioms, like anyone? Anything, because word learning, new idioms learning, it will make their speaking ability go far beyond our imagination. Can anyone share one or two idioms? We say, don't beat around the bush. Something like that. Anyone? Not my cup of tea. Yes. Pack of bean. Yes. These all will make their speech really worthy. Piece of cake. Easy task. Yes. Once in a blue moon. Yes. So I appreciate if teachers can start doing that, training like cats and dogs. Yes. The bottom line. Yes. To pillar to post. Very good. Yes. So many things. We know it, but our students should start knowing it. So encourage new word and new idiom of the day concept. So it takes only 10 minutes every day of your period to give them. Ask them to make a journal. Ask them to write the date. Give one word, new word with the meaning, and one idiom with the meaning. So the end of the week, they have like 6 words they have learned and 6 idioms. And with that, you can ask them to prepare the speech. That is how it is a learning process. They're not learning it for a test. They are learning it for their knowledge. So it is very important that we start practicing this. All this will surely help them for their speaking skills. I hope you all agree with that. By all means, an icing on the cake. Yes, yes. I'm getting a lot of idioms. Yes. Active listening. Now, another most important part of speaking skills, active listening. A good speaker is born only if they are good listeners. So no one is good speaker. They don't. We are not born having speaking skills. We develop it. But before even speaking, we should be good listeners. Why? Why should we be good listeners? Ma'am, I'll answer Pavitra ma'am's question towards the end of the session. Surely, ma'am, I'll give you the idea of what to do. So a good speaker is born only. Do you think we should have first listening skill and then develop speaking? Listen to understand and awareness. Yes. While listening, we get more. Yes. It's a kind of knowledge gaining. Yes. Only when we listen, we could reciprocate. Yes. So it is basically listening is very important even before we start molding our kids to become good speakers. Encourage listening activities. Instead of video, play audios of native English speakers. I will never encourage showing them videos because picture connection and understanding is very easy. But audio, while just listening and understanding is different. And that is one like quality a child develops. So the concentration is developed. They are trying different kinds of speakers. So there are different native English speakers. We speak English, we speak good English, everything is there. But native English speakers have different, like a different pronunciation, a different intonation. So encourage them, show them, like make them listen to audios rather than videos. Practice mimicking their speaking style to improve their own speaking capabilities. Now, before you show the or before you make them listen to the audio, one suggestion is that whatever audio you're making them listen, take a printout of that and give each child what are they going to listen. So in that case, they will know how it is, like how a native speaker speaks that and how they speak. It's just practicing. It is making them aware how a word is pronounced differently, how different styles of English are there, and how a good speaker can adapt all these things. Said by saying all these things is one very important thing. Mimicking is good, but encourage students to develop their own style. That is very important. An individuality of a child should not go just by mimicking, because then again there will be another counterpoint saying that, oh, he is exactly mimicking the speaker that we have already heard. He doesn't have his own style. That also should be kept in mind. This is just for listening. It's just mimicking for one or two times. It's okay, but not for regular period. Do you agree? Should we give them all these things? Listening is more important than visuals. Yes, yes, ma'am, very much. Good listeners can be good learners. Yes. So like showing them native speakers audios, it's good, but please ask them to have their own individuality, their own style. Yes. Preeti Sinha ma'am's yes, yes. Once a month, plan a platform wherein they practically showcase their ability. So I told you, once in a month. So you're giving them everyday new word, you're giving them everyday new idioms, and end of the month, just just one period, give them a chance to speak and make sure that you ask them to include all the new words and all the idioms, that not all, whatever is suitable for the topic while they speak. Very important. Feedback. Most important thing. So we have made them a good speakers. We are giving them chance to present in front of their friends. Now it's time. Now it's our time to give them the feedback. Now, this is the time it can either break or boost a child's performance very much, because we are 21st century teachers and we have to have, even when we say mistakes, it is not mistake. We are just correcting them so that it is useful for them when they go to higher grades. So feedback. Feedback is the input we give for the performance, and reflection is the process of making sense of it. Both are important. So feedback, a child like speaks on a topic and we give them the feedback. Okay, your topic, everything, give them. Reflection is the mistake he makes and we are telling him, this is what you have to improve for your next session. So we are not telling you have made a mistake. We are not telling your performance was bad, but we are giving him a reflection time wherein his mistakes, he can improve on his mistakes, and he can, next time when he comes to the podium, or next time when he comes to the stage, he is a better speaker than before. So feedback and reflection should go hand in hand. There is no there's no word, you have made this mistake, your performance was bad. No, never do that. Now, try giving constructive feedbacks. Like you yourself can take a printout where one part is you write the child's name, second part is what went well, third part what would be better. So whenever you start judging a child's speaking ability, you can write what went well with the child's speaking test and what would be better, and this can be shared with the student so that the student knows where he has to improve. So this is a regular practice. Talk about the tones, pace, body language. Just don't talk about only their topic, but all these things should be included in your feedback. Record the session and let the students themselves have a look at their performance. In that way, they have the clarity of their strength and weakness. Very important. The same printout, what I've told you, with 3 different categories, the same thing can be given to their friends, and peer feedbacks will be given. That is yet another. It is not making fun of them. It is not telling that you have made a mistake. No. But if you tell them, this is what. Now, I have coined that phrase like that. What would be better if? We're not telling you've made a mistake. You're telling what would be better if you could have done this. So, any suggestions on any other way of feedback that can be given? Any suggestions where we can give another type of feedback? Anyone? Any thing that is popping in your head? What can you give as a feedback, or one sentence about a feedback? Imagine like the student has just performed. What will you tell the student? No one? I guess all are tired. Yes. Firstly, we should tell positive aspects. Okay. Constructive feedback. Yes. I'm just asking you like a sentence. How can you give a feedback? Yes. Good. Keep working on intonation. Okay. Correct. So always try, never tell you've made a mistake, rather give them constructive feedbacks. Tell them what will be better. Oh, it would be better if you could have done like this. Your body language was awesome. Yes. So when you're giving the feedback, please ensure you're not giving the feedback only for the topic he has chosen or the content what he has given it out, but eye contact, intonation, body language, everything. You need to work on your clarity. It would be better to use. Yes, very good. Well presented. Don't look at your friends. You will forget the next point, what you want to say. True. That is how we give constructive so that it is helpful for the child. This is the last slide as we're coming to the end of the session. So organize your speech. So before like telling them how speaking skills are developed, everything we saw, tell them what all things have to be included in this speech. This is where your topic comes into being. Like define your objective, know your topic, organize your speech. Like it should have an opening, it should have a body, it should have a closure. Rather than just telling thank you, tell them to give a good closure, a punching closure. Put sparkle to your talk. How can you put sparkle to your talk? With the use of vocabularies, idioms. Write your speech practice. Very important. Ask them to jot down whatever they think about the topic and then practice. Don't ask them to write full sentences by heart. Rather, just bullet points, and then they can develop their speaking. They can speak about their topic. Good job. If you have spoken with some gesticulations, it might be a better. Very good, Vimal sir. Yes. So, very important how you organize a speech. And this is the next small image is for our smaller kids. How to develop the ability of listening, whole body listening. So they have to think, brain thinking, eyes watching, ears listening, mouth is closed, calm hands, quiet feet. So this is how their body gestures should be even before you start speaking skill, maybe practice for them. This is for smaller kids actually. They should know how their body language should be even before they start listening to something. So they should start thinking. Their eyes should watch what they're like the teacher is telling. Ears should listen. Mouth should be closed. So it should be pin drop silence. Calm hands and quiet feet. So there's no body movement, but all the body part are listening to something what the teacher is saying. That is for smaller kids actually. So this is the end of listening skill, the regular practice listening skill. I hope it was of benefit to your teachers. Or do you think I have left out some of the points, or are there any other points that you want to add on? You can put in the chat box. Today, I feel teachers are very maybe slow or maybe very tired, I think. Thank you, Arati ma'am. Thank you so much. It gives me inspiration. Thank you. I'm not asking about my session. Anything that you want to include in speaking skill? Your sessions are amazing. Sharon ma'am, thank you so much. Sure. 1 minute. One second. Yes, if you want, you can unmute.
Yeah. Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
Myself, Aarti here from Bangalore, Sri Gnanashi Vidyaniketan. Yeah. I'm a computer faculty, handle classes for smaller classes. Just to have a query with you. If I can get a feedback regarding, just wanted to share, or anybody can, if they can share it, would be great help. So whatever you share, that hand gestures is very important while communication skills. I do agree with, and recently I have a opportunity to give a seminar on communication skills where I did my communication skills seminar. So a few points which I can add it to my thing you have shared. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Your session was very wonderful. Looking forward in attending many more sessions like this on communication skills, instill some more deeper. Just a query, can I share with you, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Ma'am, you know that nowadays children are very, we can't say naughty also, they are in their own world. So don't we say them, or we pull out towards our subject or the topic. I'm not only telling about my subject, in general topic. So how can we we can pull out towards our concentration, though we hold them also. Only one or two will be there, some doing something, napping or something else. So that whole thing will disturb the class. Though we say them that you should not do, holding the pencil like this, or just doing like this, taking the razor, sharpener, something, all these things, they'll be doing it. So,
ma'am, are you talking about primary students?
Yeah, sure. Yes, ma'am.
Kindergarten?
Not kindergarten, 1 to 5.
1 to 5. Okay.
So anything.
Ma'am, in my early session, I had spoken about circle time. Most of them, we are doing it. But we maybe till grade 1, we do it. But what I suggest is circle time is not just for kindergarten. You can actually use them for other children's too. Rather, circle time, you're giving a space for them to speak. And you're going to tell, I'm going to cover all these things today. So these are the topics. I want your help. I want everyone to be with me. And you think if someone is naughty, give them another job. Ask them to take the book and come to you or stand near you. At least for 10-15 minutes, that child will be under control for sure. It is how we make the child important. We are just getting in, we are taking a lesson, we are going back. In that way, they will not, for sure. So I think we have to give them time. 5 minutes at least, speak like general topic, nothing to do with your subject. Generally talk to them, and then I think that will make a difference.
Slowly shift to your subject.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Thank you for your wonderful suggestion, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Have a great day, ma'am. Have a great weekend, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
May I know next session on which topic and when? Any idea, ma'am?
What, ma'am? Sorry?
Any next sessions are there?
I have not charted out. I've already finished 2. This is the 3rd session. I have not charted the next session, ma'am.
Okay. Any idea that which topic you would be taking up?
That's suspense.
Oh, fine. Okay, so that's great. You also will be ready to attend your session also.
Ma'am, thank you so much.
Okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Getting information is handy nowadays. Children are very much smart in handling gadgets. They are not dependent. Little bit confidence to tackle situations. Yes, correct. Very sure. I know most of the topics they might come to know through Google and all, but still, certain things have to be taught to them. Maybe a little hard way, but still we have to. Like I told you, the use of dictionary, very important. It's a lifelong thing. But still we see people like students going to Google and finding out what even the pronunciation they find. Yes. Thank you. So I hope I could impart something, and if at all you have, you can also do it. Ma'am, please share certificate. It's there in the group, ma'am. It will be there in the group. Do you have spoken English class or YouTube class? No, I do not have. JP.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Sonam here.
Sorry, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the only thing that I face problem is improving my vocabulary. On daily basis, as we are saying, we need to learn these words, but when we are learning that words, and it's hardly any, if we are learning 5 words, hardly we are using 1 or 2 in our daily life. So for this, how we can overcome? As you said, we need to learn new idioms. But as you know, idioms on day-to-day basis, we can't use everywhere.
You can actually, ma'am. That is what we think. We cannot use. But there's another point. When we use all these things, people will think, oh, too much of style coming out. No. Speaking, one tool that we need today is speaking. For sure. Knowledge is important. Equally important is speaking skill. So we have to take time to learn idioms. Idioms, I'm not telling it's very important. I'm just telling 50%. That's all. But vocabulary is 100%. That is, but
so how we can improve our vocabulary now?
Reading. We are reading
5 vocabulary and we are not using it in our daily life. Then after 10 days, we forgot those words.
That is what I told, ma'am. That is where you have to pen down your thing. Even if I read a new word, I think, this I remember. But next time I don't remember what is the meaning. You have to jot it down because we are not normally we speak English every time. It is not like that. Our profession demands that and we speak. But that is not the point. If you start jotting it out, it will be there in your mind for sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
How many times we have to write down?
One word. No, it is not how many times, ma'am. Just you learned one thing, you wrote. And end of the day, just go through the same thing. Or end of the week, go through the same thing. You will have the recap, sure. It will be there in your mind. Vimal sir, thank you. Very informative. This will not only implement with our students, but also with teachers. Exactly, sir. Yes. Teachers too should have that. Yes. Because students need energetic, vibrant teachers. And this is how we can save us actually. Use of idioms and phrases will make a language refined. Yes. So thank you all for attending. I know you had a very, maybe a holiday today. Thank you so much for attending once again and giving me so much of inspiration for my next session. Thank you.